Kenzie Beams teaches a transition Year 1 class at Ross Park Primary School in Alice Springs. She understands that assessment happens at all stages of the learning process and uses a range of formative and summative strategies to support students' learning, to determine what they have learnt about a particular topic or concept, and to plan and or modify her teaching.
What number goes in there? You can have a look. They all start with 6. That's a bit of a clue. But something happens. It goes 60. In my lesson, I was looking at addition in a problem-solving way because I was finding that a lot of my students were really good at addition in a formula base. So 2 + 3 is 5, and they were great with using their fingers. But what I was finding when I was playing with them and I was doing tasks, that sometimes I would put a problem towards them and they were just not too sure what to do. So I was realising that although they could do it as a formula, they actually needed to learn strategies to solve problems. Soraya has 5 coloured pencils, and then you get 4 more coloured pencils. How many coloured pencils do you have? How are we going to work it out? Could we use some counters? I had 2 students with me because I really wanted to listen to what they were doing and I wanted to know what strategies they were using, because sometimes, because they are younger, they're not always good at writing that down or explaining it, so you have to be with them to know what strategies they're using. And I think from that lesson I know that we need to keep going with this problem solving, and they need to learn different strategies and they need to learn fast strategies at solving problems. Do they have a picture?
No.
But how did they work it out? Ask your partner. Ask your partner, how did they do it? Using my assessment in my planning is really important because I've got a lot of students on different levels, so I want to be able to cater for all those different levels. So it's not just one way teaches everyone. I have to use all different ways to teach to those different levels. So in my planning, I have to be really aware that I just can't teach one thing, and I have to know where my different students are and what that planning will mean for those different students. My plan is for probably the next 2 terms is maybe at the start of every lesson or every couple of days in the week, we'll just start the lesson with a bit of problem solving. I'm going to come up with a whole lot of just day-to-day problems or silly problems, and I want them to just find ways to solve these problems that's meaningful and will work for them.
What should be included in a well-structured learning and teaching program or lesson sequence? How can you use evidence and feedback within a lesson to modify your teaching? How might you improve your informal and formal, diagnostic, formative and summative assessments of student learning?